Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining our digital discussion today. Forgot where my camera was. My name is Onisha Freeman, and I'm excited to be joined by Monica and Caitlin today to discuss strengthening. Oh, gosh. I'm so sorry. Um, I'm so excited about being here, and this is Digital Inclusion Week, so we're really excited to get started and kicking off Digital Inclusion Week that overlaps with Hispanic Heritage Month. And we are very proud to be a part of this to really lift up this discussion and time together. So, we're going to be talking about strengthening institutions that serve the Latino community. And Monica, I'm going to start with you. There was a recent article that was actually released in the Cherokee County Chamber of Commerce, and it really talked about the partnership between Comcast and their digital inclusion efforts. And you said investing in training and support for Latino job seekers will drive economic mobility and equity. Can you really kind of speak a little bit more to how that will drive economic mobility and equity?
Sure, Anisha. Good morning. Just let me introduce myself. I'm Monica Cucalon. I'm the Economic Empowerment Director at the Latin American Association here in Atlanta, Georgia. The LAA is the largest Latino agency in the state of Georgia. And we have a clear mission, which is empower Latinos to integrate, adapt, and thrive. So thank you, Anisha, for this invitation and giving us the opportunity to create awareness on the importance of bridging the digital divide in the Latino community. Uh, we are talking about here accessibility and affordability and digital skills. I also would like just to give some context about the Latino workers. 18% of the US labor markets are Latinos. This is a good number. Expecting trend sets that by 2026 or 2025, one out of two workers who join the workforce will be Latino. The spending power of the Latinos is $2.6 trillion. And going back to small businesses, Latinos, people of colors, are the fastest growing group of small businesses. So we're talking about here economics. Those are the numbers. And that's our big numbers. However, Latinos also hold jobs that are at the highest risk of elimination. And you know what? Due to automatization. We all hear about what automatization is, but the impact is huge if you are not with the digital skills. And without digital skill, Latinos will be excluded from jobs that will advance the economic mobility. Even it's worse for English learners. They even have greater challenges because of the low English proficiency. The pandemic was clear for everyone, but that hit the Latinos very bad. And that pandemic also accelerated the digitalization and unfortunately put at risk the economic of the Latinos. So at the end, what I'm trying to say is that Latinos must have digital skills for daily life, unemployment, and career opportunities. So this is a contest, what is happening. So for all those organizations that are working with Latinos and engaged in workforce training, like we do at the LAA, we must respond to the shifting labor market demands and prepare Latinos workers for the digital economy. So that is what we have done with Concast. Thank you to Concast, to Google, to Hispanic Federation, Unidos US. Those are partners, and thank you for their support because we have built out an operating model that has proven manageable and impactful through a Latino workforce training program. Let me elaborate a little more about that. Um, the program that we have started in the last 3 years have different levels of digital skills. We have a program for beginners which is basic skills for job preparation and access. We have intermediate, which is school skills that include administrative skills, IT, networking. We also have an advanced skill for the technology center. So we understand the needs of the Latino community, and we understand all about if we need to move the economy to the future, we need to prepare Latinos. At the LAA, we have a very, very comprehensive program that we have been offered. Like I said before, thank you to the partners as Comcast and Google, Hispanic Federation, and Unidos. I hope this answered your question, Anisha.
It absolutely did. And thank you so much for being so thorough. And we are so fortunate to have your organization serving the community in Atlanta. I think that, you really brought to light exactly, not only what the need is, but why it's so important. And that's something that we want to just continue to share. It cannot be said enough. The pandemic, the digital inclusion and the digital divide did not start with the pandemic just exacerbated the problem. And, the disproportionate effects that it has had across our state is evident. And it's really important for organizations like ours to continue to collaborate and work together to address these issues. So I'm going to kind of pitch it off to Caitlin. Caitlin, I really would love for you to, you're working with the learners, and I would love for you to share some examples of the need that you see from your from your participants.
Absolutely, Onisha. Thank you for having me. Again, my name is Caitlin Webb, and I am the Adult Education Manager here at the Latin American Association. So I oversee our ESL, Spanish, and computer literacy programs. And our clientele is super diverse, but as Monica mentioned, I think the three main issues or barriers we're seeing with our students would be access to technology and then a lack of digital literacy and ESL, English language skills. And so I think the majority of our clients have access to a smartphone. And so they're able to navigate social media and the various tools that a smartphone will allow. But those skills don't necessarily translate to the ones needed to enter the workforce. And so we partner with other organizations like Comcast and Human IT to ensure that our students have access to technology in their homes. So they have access to a Chromebook or a laptop in their homes. We also have a computer lab at the LAA in case the students aren't able to access that in their home. They can come here and take classes with us. As far as specific skills that we are looking at, I think, again, the students are very diverse, but there are some, we want to meet students where they are. And there are some students that come to us that do not have an email address. You don't know how to navigate email, and that is essential. You really can't do anything these days without an email. And so our programs start at the very beginning and make sure that the students have the basics needed, the basic computer skills needed. And for those that maybe have a working knowledge of computers, but perhaps lack the skills that would make them more competitive in the workforce, we have advanced level computer classes. And so students can come here and take Google certificate classes, and they can get a Google certificate in project management or IT support. And so, again, we really try to meet students where they are and allow them to take classes at every level. And throughout all of these, something that is super, super important is adding vocational ESL classes. And so we add vocational ESL that's directly related to workforce development. And so we're really conquering and stopping any barriers that students might have in access to employment or economic mobility.
Thank you so much. I can definitely relate to many of all the work that you guys are doing. We do a lot of the similar work here at Inspiredu, and looking at the needs. I think sometimes we find that it can be a little bit individualized, right? Like all the learners kind of need somewhat their own path, and when we meet them we meet them where they are, but what we really want to know is where they're going, right? Or where they want to go, and seeing how we can get them there, because there's not a one size fit all. That's why digital inclusion is all about presenting devices and training that meets the needs of the end user, because those needs are going to vary, especially when you have parents with K-12 learners, and then you have adult learners or seniors, or people that need to take SOL classes, or people that don't, right? So everyone is sort of in this very varying, varying situations, and then we have to be agile and not only move with their situations, but also move with the technology, because as it continues to change, we have to, as organizations, come up to speed on what those changes are, how they're going to affect the people that we serve, and then adjust our programming or bring in new partners and get new resources to address those specific changes. And so a lot of the partners that you named, Google, Comcast, I would like to lift up also AT&T, Verizon, like they are, all these organizations are on the forefront, right, of innovation in so many ways, and it's important that they care about how that affects the future of our workforce and the future of our state. Caitlin, if you could think of any success stories that maybe relate to the impact, if you could think of any, even a specific person or family that where access to this training or devices have had a specific impact on your participants.
Yeah, working with these programs is super rewarding because the skills that we're teaching are directly applicable to these students' lives. So they can go to a class and then immediately apply what they're learning into their own lives. And so we have, for example, Maria, who came to us with little to no knowledge of how to work a computer, did not have an email. She not only leaves the program with an email address, but with a resume that she can use to apply for jobs, and then the skills to search the appropriate salary for her position on the internet. And so we're not only giving them the technical skills needed, but the knowledge and the power to advocate for themselves, which can be super impactful. We also have Veronica, who is a Latina entrepreneur. She took our program. She has her own business. And after taking the program, she's able to use Google Sheets to create and send quotes, invoices, and receipts, and to better manage her finances. And so these skills are really giving her the ability to make her business more efficient and can lead to future automation and therefore future growth. So these are skills that have a direct impact on these students' lives and their businesses.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, we look at these skills, these are digital literacy skills, are skills for both learning, but also civic engagement, also entrepreneurship and business automation, as you mentioned. So that is beautiful. And I can second that many times over. We have seen our parents, our families in our programs just really be able to do things like explore different countries alongside their students, go and pursue their advanced education, really try to take things to the next level by removing the barrier and providing the support. I just want to really say that when we talk about strengthening organizations and institutions like ours, what we're really looking at is how can we continue to provide the support that our families and our learners need in all the different ways that they need them. So thank you so much for sharing that. It's really important for us to tell their stories, right? Because if we don't, who will? We need to let folks know that these things are making a difference. All the different aspects of what we're doing are changing lives, and actually supporting and helping to change generations, support generations of the future of our state's workforce. So I want to share a little bit about the ACP pot of meat. So it is very important right now for us to let our community members know about this amazing resource for internet connectivity. Broadband access is very important to our nation. And this particular campaign is a national public awareness campaign to encourage Latino families to take part in the Affordable Connectivity Program, also called ACP. The ACP provides a temporary monthly discount of up to $30 that can help families pay for the cost of their internet. This is not exclusively for the Latino population. However, what we want to say is that by going on or by participating or showcasing the ACP Part of Me campaign, it is a way for us to really, I would say, break down and help folks better understand the Affordable Connectivity Program, because when you go to the website, it may not be immediately obvious where to go, how to navigate it. And so organizations like ours really want to make sure that we, share that out. So how do you think this campaign and the Affordable Connectivity Program as a whole can really impact our community? And that's for Monica.
Well, this is very exciting. This is a fantastic program. Like you said, it was launched by the government. I believe was last November. And one of the things that I really love about this program is that go directly to underserved communities. Uh, those communities who do not have access to reliable and affordable internet. This is the first component, connectivity. So everything starts here. So for sure, that's gonna help just to reduce drastically the digital divides, which is gonna help to educational, financial, and health housing outcomes. But the point here is once you have the connectivity, we have to offer digital literacy. It doesn't come only with connectivity. Programs with digital literacy and technology should be together. Latinos are very good to use smartphones and social media because they love just to chat and communicate with their families and everything. Even youth, they need this connectivity to go into technology, which is one of the things that is also missing in the community. So this is I really love this. That is something that we are gonna use with our community and promote this to the community. So yes, we are very lucky to have these kind of programs.
Yes, thank you so much. And I think that getting the word out about this money saving opportunity, because we want, if a family can save $30 or have the internet 100% free, then that frees up income that they can be using for other things. And so we definitely want to continue to get the word out. I did hear that that there might be some support for outreach coming in the next couple of months. So, definitely want to continue to share that out as much as possible. We're going to drop the links to the ACP Pot of Me campaign site and the ACP program site that the fcc.gov has done. We're going to put those links in the comments so that anybody we really would appreciate you all sharing that out, especially this week, being that it is Digital Inclusion Week. And we want to, and it's really the time to like really bring awareness. The theme for this year for Digital Inclusion Week is turning our moment into a movement. Specifically because we've been talking and sharing and supporting families for a long time. And now people get it. We don't have to try to convince anybody. Folks are, they're all in. So we want to take this time and create a movement around equity and inclusion, specifically digital inclusion and digital equity, and equity and inclusion as a whole. So to that point, how can, and I would say both of you all feel free to share, how can the people listening today, whether they're listening now or later, how can they help um, really? How can they help your organization? How can they help your work directly and specifically when it comes to supporting the Hispanic community and supporting the Latin American Association as a whole?
Thank you. Thank you for that question. First of all, I do believe that there is a call for everyone. We need to work together really to shape the future of the economy. And we are talking here about employers. Employers, is a call for them by investing in digital skill trainings. We are talking about accessibility, software and technology programs. We already have been working with some organizations that are very interested to train the community. So we need more of those employers just willing to invest in the community with these kind of programs, to colleges, to training providers, online educators, and so they can provide assistance with certifications, apprenticeship, scholarship, ESL classes. Is a call for the whole the community, for local organizations, neighborhood libraries, private organizations that they can offer those resources accessible and available, offering bilingual content, translation services, or just bilingual personnel available just to assist the community. Um, and last but not least, to all communities in general, like I said, we need to create awareness of the importance to train the community with technology and digital skills, because it's going to be the open door to essential services and high quality jobs for everyone. So, like I said, this is a call for everyone in the community.
Yes, thank you. Caitlin, anything you want to add there?
No, I just echo Monica's statement. Education and knowledge is power. And so education is something no one can take away from you. And so we really need to promote these types of classes within the community.
Agreed. Thank you so much. And I would say when it comes to the work that Inspire EDU is doing, we are looking for bilingual trainers. So you can, if you are willing to share your time or talent and translation skills. We really need some help and support in that area. So you can feel free to become a digital champion, which we have our trainings every Monday at noon to for volunteers. So this is a call for volunteers. We have our trainings every Monday. We need help and support for people that would be willing to actually do the digital literacy training in Spanish specifically. But we also need help with people that speak Spanish that can just be helpers in the digital literacy classes. Because, Caitlin, I'm sure you've noticed that if you have the trainer, it helps to have like extra hands that when people might get a little lost or behind, just extra hands and support in the room. So if you
Absolutely.
yeah, so if anybody if that's listening or knows someone that could that has this talent and has a couple hours to spare, we would love to get them looped into the work that we're doing. And I'm sure, do you all have a volunteer program as well, Monica?
Oh, yes, absolutely. It runs all year long. We have volunteers for all the programs at the LAA. We are just open and welcome everyone that really want to be a volunteer at the LAA. Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I last week I had the honor to attend the Digital Equity Summit, and one thing that really stuck out to me was Angela Ty Bennett. She is the first digital equity director in our nation. And she said, um, we are the change we've been waiting for. We just need the barriers removed and the access to thrive. And so I would love to just know when you hear those words, and I know I'm kind of catching y'all off guard a little bit, But what does that really mean to you? We just need the barriers removed and the access to thrive. What does that mean to you? What do you feel when you hear those words?
Uh, Personally, I do believe in our mission, which is opportunity for all. That is what I just come to my mind at this moment. And everyone has barriers. Our community has barriers, and if we remove that barriers, everyone is going to win. Because if we work together, everyone is going to win. So that is what come to my mind at this moment. With that, there is an opportunity for all.
Thank you so much. Anything you want to add, Caitlin?
No, that's why we do what we do. And that's why we're here. And so it's amazing that we're all here doing the same thing and that we're all coming together. So this is a really special moment.
Yes, agreed. Thank you so much. And for those who are watching, I want to share that there has been a there. Sorry about that. There's been I guess it's more like a white paper or a report that was released specifically called Advancing Digital Equity for All. And it's really talking about how there's like community based recommendations for developing digital equity plans, but also just looking at how that we can actually all work together to close the digital divide and enable and empower technology and tech-based learning. And so it literally was just released by the Office of Education Technology like last week or the week before last. So we will pop that in the chat as well. If you don't see it right this second, no worries. You will see it as soon as this is ending. But definitely looking at some of the folks that are watching right now, I would love for you all to take a look at that resource because as we continue down this road to address something that is possible, it is possible to close the digital divide. I believe that it is possible. But in order to do that, because we have the resources to do it, we have to work together. We have to combine our resources, right? And our knowledge and our trust in the community, because you all know, Monica, Caitlin, y'all know trust is one of the biggest factors in being able to get people signed up for ACP. You have to have trust. They have to trust that this is something that they should do and that's safe for them to do, right? And then you have to have trust to be able to say, hey, yeah, the class is free. Come on over. I promise it's okay. We're going to take care of you. Yes, yes, we will provide you a no-cost computer once you finish these workshops. Yeah, we're not going to pull the wool over your eyes. If you have trust in the community, our community members will show up and they'll get the things that they need. So we're really fortunate to be able to do the work that we do. We're all very passionate about it. And, I think that I just want to say thank you both. Thank you both so much for joining us today, for being a representative, a leader in the Latin community, for the work that you're doing at the Latin American Association. Thank you for joining us for Digital Inclusion Week and for and happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Please feel free to continue to leave your comments and questions in the chat. We actually are going to answer. We'll stick around for a little bit to continue to answer those questions, so you can leave those in the chat below. And then, if you need any more information about Inspire EDU, how to partner with us, how to volunteer with us, just visit iuatl.org. And we're also on social media, on LinkedIn, on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. Do you guys want to shout out your social channels? I would love to. And if you need to, we can, of course, post it in the chat. Follow us, stay connected with us. This is a way that we actually share a lot of what we're doing. And we tell the stories of our families, of our learners on the social channels. We try to get that stuff out pretty regularly. So, so to connect is thella.org, right? Okay, excellent. And they put it up for us. So, any parting words?
Yeah. There is two things that I would like to say. First of all, we can't do this by ourselves. It's something that you said before. We have to do it together. Sometimes we don't have the whole resources, but organizations like yours, for example, have another resources. If we combine all the resources, we can help more people. And this is a community effort, and we have to be here to help all the communities. So that is great. And I also want to say thank you for giving us the opportunity at the LAA just to let you know what we're doing, how we are serving the community, how we can really want to help the economy, to move the economy, to move the needle of the economy, just training the community and giving the community the resources that they need just to go and find those jobs that they really need. So thank you again for this opportunity. I would like in the future just to continue the conversation. This is not only a conversation for Hispanic Heritage Month, which I love. We celebrate a lot, believe me, there's dancing and celebrate a lot, and we love that. But this is a year-long conversation.
That's right.
So we can continue just finding those resources for the community. Thank you again, Onisha, and all the team for this great opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. So we are 29 and 50 seconds. So we're going to say goodbye. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Thank you.